What's hiding underneath things can be scary. Underwater, under your bed, especially what's under your carpet. Except when you get new carpet from Carpet One Floor and Home. After tearing up your old carpet, they'll vacuum and apply Health Annex antimicrobial to your subfloor, disinfecting and killing mold, mildew, and any remaining general awfulness. Carpet One Floor and Home goes the extra mile to protect you, your family, and your home. Carpet One Floor and Home in Columbia, making your home beautiful, guaranteed.
And welcome to Radio Friends on this Tuesday, June the 8th. Good to have you with us today. We're going to talk about a very important organization. It's fairly new to Columbia. It's called Caring Hearts and Hands. And I want to introduce you to Dorreen Rardin, who actually started the organization, and a very special doctor who's retired now, but will always be a doctor and special to me, Dr. Joe Muscato. Good to have both of you here.
Good to see you, Paul.
Dorreen, let's start with you. The organization, Caring Hearts and Hands of Columbia, what is it?
It's a 501(c) non-for-profit, and our mission is to provide a home environment for people who are terminally ill where they can come and spend the last 30 days of their life being surrounded by their family and friends and being taken care of 24/7.
So instead of being in their own home, they're coming into a home environment.
Correct.
They will have medical care there?
Yes, they will have to come with their hospice agency. They provide all the medical care.
Okay. Dr. Joe, how did you get involved with this?
Besides the fact that Doreen just railed me in, as it, like she normally does with her personality, that's how I got involved with that. As you know, Paul, I've been very interested in hospice for all of my career.
Oh, my goodness. And Dr. Joe Muscato was with Missouri Cancer Associates for many, many years, and he was my mother's doctor, and I must say, the finest doctor that you will find on the face of the earth.
Well, thank you, Paul.
Okay, I just had to say that about
that.
you, because I have the greatest respect for you. But go on, how did you get involved then?
Well, as you know, I've been a great believer in hospice, and the issue here is that we normally would send people home with hospice.
Right.
And we also have hospice in the hospital. But there are situations where the family wants to care for somebody, but they're just not quite physically, they don't have a space to do it, or they're physically able to do it. The hospice will help, but they just need a place that's more comfortable to them, that is not home. Maybe home is scary for them. Maybe they have little children at home. There could be a lot of reasons why you may not want this at home. And so there was this sort of gap and a need for this, and that's what, and Dorreen has been, a great advocate for that, and that's why she railed me into this,
Yeah, well, I know you will be wonderful for the organization, but what can people in the community do to learn more about this, or if they want to help out?
Well, of course, they can call Dorreen and give money. That's always the two things you can do. The organization works through hospice, so it's not a hospice itself, and so it works through hospice. And so the hospice will stay involved with that. So the hospices will also know about this. And don't forget, it's important that the family be able to help care for this person in this home. Mm-hmm. So it's just a place to be that's not home for if the patient and the family feel that home is not the best place to die.
Is the family staying in the home with the patient?
They can. They don't have to.
But if they want to stay 24/7,
yep, they
can stay 24/7. Mm-hmm. And they can participate as much as they want in the care and bathing and feeding of their loved ones.
If they want, they can do whatever they want, pretty much.
In fact, they sort of, am I right, Dorreen? They sort of need to do some of that.
We would like them to, but if
the
family is, if they even have a family there, but if you have like a caregiver that's 80 years old, we don't expect them to do anything like that. I mean, we will provide all of that.
Mm-hmm. What about emotional support? Because when a loved one is dying, you're going through a very emotional period in your life. And many times the emotion is stronger in the caregiver. The person that's dying, I think, a lot of times has accepted the fact that they're dying. But the caregiver who loves them has not accepted that fact yet. How do you deal with that?
Well, we're going to do a lot of training with our volunteers. They're going to have to go through like a 2-day training session on, and communication is a big one. You know, how do you talk to people, family members when their loved one is dying? How do you help relieve some of their questions? You know, and then take into consideration what their culture is and their spirituality.
But you do find that the person who's dying many times has accepted it more so than
90% of the time, at least.
Yes. I remember a situation, and I won't give the name, but it was a very good friend of mine who was in the hospital, and you were caring for her at Boone Hospital. And I kept telling her, "Oh, you're going to get fine." And you came up to me, and we were coming down the hall in the hospital, and you said, "Paul, I got to talk to you. Stop telling her she is going to get better, because she's not going to get better. She knows that, and you're making it harder on her." We do that, don't we?
We do.
So we have to accept, and if we accept it, it makes it easier for the person who's going through that process.
Or even if you don't accept it, there's still ways you can communicate with her without talking about acceptance, you know?
And these are things that people will be...
Correct.
But
Go ahead,
I agree
Joel.
with you, Paul, about that. I think a lot of people, a lot of the patients know it's happening, but they don't really want to say that to their family because of how the family will react and what the family will say. And so they really know. I mean, you can't very easily keep it from the patient. They know what's going on.
Right.
So I think you're right about that. I think there's an acceptance issue that needs to happen, and that's how hospice helps in general.
I, again, without getting too personal, I just remember when my mother was dying, I was not ready for her to go yet. And I remember Dr. Muscato, he said, "You know, your mother is probably staying alive just for you. Have you given her permission?" And I said, "No, I haven't." He said, "You need to give her permission to go." I took your advice, doctor. And when I did, I asked her, and she couldn't talk anymore. I just said, "Mom, are you waiting for something?" And she shook her head, and I said, "What?" And she pointed to me. And I said, "It's okay. I understand. It's okay for you to go." And sure enough, a couple of days later, she went. And I'll never forget that advice that you gave me. These are difficult conversations, but they're conversations that we do need to have.
Oh, yes.
Definitely.
Oh, yes.
Because we're all going to go at one point.
That's right.
If people want more information, Dorreen, what can they do?
They can go to our website, which is caringheartinhands.org.
Caringheartsinhand.org.
Caring Heart. It has no S on the end.
Oh, just Caring Heart
Caring
and
Heart in Hands of Columbia.
Okay.
Or caringheartsinhands.org.
Okay. And Dr.
And there's a phone number on the website as well that they can call, me or
Okay.
Jackie.
Got it. Thank you so much. Please come back.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
I would love to.
Dr. Joe, we're out of time. Anything else you want to add real quick?
No, Missouri Medicaid needs to pass. Okay, guys. It
back,
needs to be
okay?
funded.
All right. Thank you, Dr.
That's
Joe
my last
Muscato.
word on that.
I appreciate you coming by. And as I said, I have the greatest respect for both of you. Thank you so much. We're out of time for today. Bye-bye.